Hello, welcome to this video on multiplying and dividing when there are indices. So there are multiple indice laws. This one's only going to focus on multiplying and dividing though. So we've got, first question, 2 squared multiplied by 2 to the 4. Now it's really important that these base numbers have to be the same. If they're not, you're either going to have to change them or you can't do the question. It's that simple. So we're going to leave these in index form. If it says evaluate, it means actually work out an answer. So if we take this one here, the rule for multiplying is that I'm going to add these two indices together. Now the reason for that is this one is telling me I've got 2 times 2, and this one is telling me that I've got 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So in fact I've got 6 2's multiplied together. I can get the same result by adding the 2 indices together. So for this one, I've actually got 2 to the power of 2 plus 4, which would give me 2 to the power of 6. And that is in index form. If it wanted you to evaluate that, you would actually have to go further and work out 2 to the power of 6. Okay, so that is doing 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 and so on until you've done it 6 times over. So 2 to the power of 6 is 64, and that's if it says to evaluate. Okay, so the key thing I need you to take away from that is that we are adding these two indices here together because I am multiplying in the centre. So let's have a go at another one. So we've got 4 to the power 6 multiplied by 4 to the power 7. So remember, because we're multiplying, I add the two indices together. So 4 to the power of 6 plus 7 is 4 to the power of 13. Okay, and again, that is the index form. If it wants you to go and evaluate that, which it would not ask you to do 4 to the power of 13, but just in case it ever did, if you really wanted to know, that is 6710884. So 67,108,864 if it asks you to evaluate. And that's it for multiplying. Let's go and have a look at dividing. So for dividing, the same principle occurs. You need to make sure that the base number is the same. So let's take 6 to the 4 divided by 6 to the 5. So this is telling me that I've got 4 6's as the numerator of my fraction, and I've got 5 6's on the base of my fraction, the denominator. Now, we've all done these things in primary school. We've crossed out one from the top, one from the bottom. If you were to do the same here, I'm left with a single 6 on the bottom. Okay, now that is actually 6 to the negative 1. We could get negative 1 by subtracting those powers there. Okay, when we look at negatives, it will become clear why it's 6 to the negative 1. So I'm going to do 6 to the power of 4 take away 5, which is 6 to the power of negative 1, or 1/6. Okay, again, there's your index laws, there's your evaluation. You need to be really careful with division when it comes to negatives though. So let's take 6 to the power of minus 2 divided by 6 to the power of negative 5. So what's going to happen here, if we follow our rule of subtracting them, I've got minus 2 subtract negative 5. I'll be really careful of my double negative in the centre here. That actually becomes a plus. So minus 2 plus 5 means that this actually ends up as 6 to the power of 3 in index form. So all you really need to be careful with when you're doing your division is any double negatives, like this one here. Just be really careful because that is what you're going to muck up on. Good luck. Any queries, let me know.